When Vykas released, we also got 1370 Stronghold research that increased the chance of success by 10% on alts until 1415 item level. With already having Paladin and Wardancer alts at 1430 before the patch, I took the advantage of these juicy honing rates to push my third alt, Artillerist, to 1415. The only problem was, I didn't have enough materials to hone straight to 1415 and I had to farm for one more week. So this is a story on how and why I decided to rage hone with insufficient materials and fuel my honing gambling addiction, which in the end cost a fortune. Before we go into honing, a little bit of context of why I decided to rage hone that specific day. The day started normal as any other day. I logged in, went on my main, did my usual daily routine of 2 Chaos Dungeons, 2 Guardian Raids and 3 Una daily tasks, while also doing Slime Island PvP capture event. Then I repeated the same thing on my first old Paladin. While on Paladin, I got a nice relic ability stone that I decided to cut just to test my luck for the day, and boy it was bad. It looked like one of the bad luck days where you simply don't want to do any honing. So I kept going with my daily routine and also decided to do a quick Valtan and normal run. After sending request to join a group, I got accepted faster than the speed of light. The group was very good and we cleared both gates in 25 minutes, while I was also able to secure MVP on both gates. But I'm Paladin, come on, that was bound to happen. What happened next was the thing that made me hone Artillerist that day. Best way to explain it is to show you the clip. Let's hit the gloves. Special honing, 10%, should be easy. Oh, first try, there we go, easy free upgrade. Okay, let's hit another one then. 10% free upgrade, let's hit 2 of them. Damn, 1 tap, 2 of them, let's go boys, free upgrade, 1 taps, holy shit, let's get more. Let's get fucking crazy, let's get another one. Oh, another one, 3 taps with free. Oh my god, what is going on? That's right. Out of 5 free honing taps, I hit 3 upgrades on 10% and 15%. That was enough for me to go straight on Artillerist and hone him to 1415. The honing was looking good. I had around 40k Guardian Stones, 15k Destruction Stones, over 2k Bound Great Leap Stones, 500 Fusion Materials, 110,000 Gold, 41 million Silver, and 275,000 Honor Shards. I was ready. As a 1370 item level, all your gear pieces are at +6. Since the success rates are pretty high in those low level honings, I used the ancient technique of speed honing. And let me tell you something, it worked. I had to stop honing weapon at +11 as I was running out of destruction stones. But the ancient technique of speed honing got me to +14 on other 5 gear pieces with absolute minimum fails. I was 1 tapping, 2 tapping and 3 tapping every gear piece from +6 to +14. It was absolutely beautiful and I was never this lucky before. But I hit a big problem. I was 1407 and I completely ran out of destruction stones, guardian stones and fusion materials. With being so close to 1415 and having this much luck honing, there was only one option out there, rage honing. I bought more materials and I saved up books to hit +15 with them. And let me tell you something, the books are the biggest scam ever. I failed almost every hone to +15 with books selected and I managed to hit the final +15 on gloves with literal last try before running out of mats again. Now I was 1411 item level and still had the worst and most expensive gear item to hone, the weapon. I left the weapon on +11, but I had 4 books and enough solar materials for 3 full juice ups. Things were looking good. +12 and +13 were 1 tap and 2 taps without any books and any solars used. +14 was fully juiced with a book which pushed the honing rate to 50%. And let me tell you something, I never lose a 50-50. At this point, +15 was looking also very easy, which it did on the second attempt with the book and a full juice up. It was done. I hit 1415 on my third alt. But then I realized that I still have 950 Great Honor Leapstones left. No materials, but what I did have was 80k gold. I had enough destruction stones for 2 taps on weapon for +16, so I went and tested the waters to see if the luck is still with me. And it was. The weapon hit plus 16 on a second try and I was ready to rage hone again to 1430. It was still not over, and again, everything was going my way. I spent around 14,000 gold on buying fusion materials and destruction stones, but the other 5 gear pieces were a smooth sailing to plus 16. 3 out of 5 of them were 1 tap and 2 taps, while the other 2 took about 30 artisan energy. I hit 1430 and I was ready for Valtan and Vykas normal. Their Artillerist was already geared with 4x3 engraving setup and a full level 5 gems, so I went straight into Vykas. I got instantly accepted into a group that had 1 support and things were looking good. We only needed 1 more support and we were ready. But the raid leader didn't want to wait, so he accepted a DPS and we went only with 1 support. Lucky for me, I was in the party with the support, which helped as it was my first time on a class that has a completely different playstyle than what I was used to. I grabbed my battle items, everyone took positions like they were Korean veterans and we were ready for gate 1. It was smooth sailing as we cleared it on the first try and didn't even lose 1 player. I only had to use 1 potion and I loved that I could just go into the turret mode and tank everything while still doing damage. Is this how Gunlancer feel all the time? Gate 2 started great. Everyone volunteered for positions on both mechanics and I prefer being a spare on a second mechanic as most people get confused and don't know where to go in time. Damage was great, we were pushing the HP down, first mechanic very easy without any hiccups, and I was absolutely missing all of my skills due to boss moving around like a madman. So I didn't feel like I was contributing much with damage, so I was full focused for the second mechanic. And it was a disaster. I was a spare, so I helped at 7 o'clock, which had 3 black orbs in order of 2, 3 and 4. But for some reason, the Glavier decided to use time stop and completely misalign himself with the orb trajectory, resulting in a decisive wipe. The second try was much better. Despite losing a player in party 2, we were still able to complete both of the mechanics. Unfortunately, I didn't live until the end as I was too greedy by staying in the turret mode and I didn't expect I was gonna get one shot. With the help of Nineveh, the remaining 5 players managed to clutch it up and clear it. Despite having only 1 support, we carried on with the same group into gate 3. It started off good, but we lost 1 player after the typing mechanic. Then another 2 players on the stagger mechanic as they used time stop too early, and with 5 players, the tentacle mechanic was not looking good. We gave it our best, but it wasn't enough and we wiped. Second try was also quickly restarted as we lost few players too early due to high gauge and PvPing each other. But you know what they say, third's the charm, and indeed it was. Third try was a smooth sailing with mechanics all the way until the end, losing only 2 players. I guess we all needed to focus up and used first 2 tries as a warm-up. I got a Scrapper legendary class engraving book worth 3k, which paid for some of the honing earlier. With a Vykas experience on my Artillerist, I was ready for Valtan. I joined an experienced group and we finished both gates on first try, which took around 20 minutes. It was a very fast and very easy run without any hiccups, and I even managed to get the MVP. The moral of the story: if Lost Ark gives you signs that you will one-tap everything, take it and hone. What's the worst thing that can happen? You rage hone and you hit 1430 on an alt while spending all of the materials and losing 5000 gold? Right, surely that won't happen again. Thank you for watching, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.